Hello folks and welcome to our biggest game of the season. The FA Cup final against Liverpool. Liverpool are really good. This is what our assistant manager thinks they're going to line up for in the cup final. Alisson in goal, Frimpong, Van Dijk, Konate, Robertson, Gakpo, Endo, Gravenberch, Salah, Wirtz and Isak. That's pretty good. Marquinhos on the bench, McAllister, Ekitike, Mamadashvili, Szoboszlai, Jones and Chiesa. They are very, very good. Top appearance maker for them this season in all competitions is Florian Wirtz and Ryan Gravenberch with 57 apiece. Goal scorers, 30 for Alexander Isak, 28 for Gakpo. Assists-wise, they've got 24 for Florian Wirtz, 11 for Gakpo and 11 for Salah. Clean sheets don't really matter. Have they got anyone that's been... Van Dijk's got 8 yellow cards and 1 red as well. So, potentially, we could run at Van Dijk and try and get him booked, but I don't think that's a legitimate strategy for this game. Yeah, we're coming into this one, I would say, very much the underdogs. Liverpool are having a superb season, and we've got to play them in the FA Cup. So this will be a full game, no editing. Once we're into the game, no editing. You'll see the whole thing. Let's get into it. Here we are then, ladies and gentlemen. It is the FA Cup final at Wembley. It's Liverpool, the Premier League current champions and fighting for the title, versus West Ham, who are currently in place for the Europa Conference League via the league. But if they win the FA Cup, that is Europa League guaranteed, which would be a huge drop of pressure on their run into the final few games of the season. Liverpool have gotten here by beating Man City and Arsenal. We've got here, or West Ham have got here, by beating Spurs on penalties. Gakpo scored 2 in the last game. He is starting on the left-hand side of midfield today, to be expected to. Anyway, we've got to actually confirm what the lineups are coming soon. But that is what we're playing for, the FA Cup trophy. At Wembley, it's Cultured Left Foot taking on Arne Slot in this one, and it's going to be epic. You might have been able to guess from the lineups there, some rotation for West Ham. Zielinski starts in goal, the youngster who was signed on loan to make up the numbers. It's just superb in the FA Cup this season for West Ham. He starts in goal, but first up Liverpool was Alisson. Lines up in goal. They've got McAllister starting in central midfield. Gakpo, Wirtz and Salah all line up behind Alexander Isak. So the only change in terms of predicted lineups is McAllister starting in front of Endo. Conor Bradley is actually starting at right back as well. I missed that one. Zielinski in goal for West Ham. Igor partners Mavropanos in centre-back position. It's Potts in midfield with Fernandes as Mario Soriano starts off. Xerxes, Diouf and Wan-Bissaka, Bowen and NDI in there as well. Lots of talent on display at Wembley today. It's the FA Cup final. It's raining, but we're expecting a very good game. And it's going to be West Ham to kick us off as Joshua Xerxes gets the ball rolling here. Normally the finale to the season, the FA Cup final, but due to fixture congestions and games being played late on and competitions that have taken precedence, it is played with 2 games to go in the Premier League, and straight away Florian Wirtz here comes forward and Igor Julia stands him up well, clears his line looking up towards Joshua Xerxes, but Konate's there to intercept it, and Liverpool will be starting on the front foot, coming into this one as favourites. They've picked a strong team, no rotation really for them. Conor Bradley at right back, you could argue, is a bit of rotation, dropping Frimpong, but it's a strong team, and mixed fortunes against West Ham this season. One very heavy win, and then I think it was a loss, maybe a draw, that it was in the return leg at the London Stadium. Wirtz up to Mo Salah, curling from range, and the youngster Zielinski, that'll be a confidence booster. Catching the first shot of the game is always good, as Jarrod Bowen just drops the ball back to Wan-Bissaka. He's actually run off the back of his man there, and Jarrod Bowen has got acres of space as Andy Robertson has pushed into a very attacking position. Jarrod Bowen turns, does get it in to Mario, trying to find Mateus Fernandes, but couldn't do it on the edge of the box, and Liverpool regain possession. But you'd think Bowen is probably one of the top ways that West Ham can attack down that right hand side, as he's up against Andrew Robertson. He's going to need Cody Gakpo doing a lot of defensive work for him. Florian Wirtz brings this forward up to Cody Gakpo. Just holds on to the ball. Back to Florian Wirtz. Up to Gakpo again. Into Robertson. Finds Alexander Isak, who's dropped into a midfield position. Wirtz. Gravenberch is the runner, but gets the ball stuck under his feet, and West Ham will try to launch a counter. Here is Xerxes, and it's a really good run through the middle, but Xerxes' pass just didn't have enough weight on it. And you got to feel that would have been a glorious opportunity for West Ham. And down the other end, Mo Salah comes forward with the ball, cuts in field, cross towards the back post. Wan-Bissaka with a really good header away, and Mario takes over, lays it off to Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen coming forward with it, finds Joshua Xerxes. How much he would love to score today against Man United's big rivals Liverpool, and he's really pushing for that permanent move to join West Ham. He's come out in the press and said how much he would like to join West Ham permanently come the summer transfer window, so we'll see what happens with that one. Both of these clubs are rumoured to be very busy with January summer business when the window does open, but that'll all depend on European places and finishing positions in the league as Diouf comes forward, and Van Dijk, he won the ball then lost the ball, and Diouf's there again. The corner, or the cross, is deflected, and Alisson with an easy catch and a really good kick out to find Cody Gakpo. And it's Gakpo now coming down the right hand side. The Dutch international is showing really good pace up against Potts, and that's a good ball to pick out Florian Wirtz, the leading assister for Liverpool this season. Cody Gakpo can't have as much success against Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He does well, and Mavropanos clears his lines. Gravenberch with a really good header down into the path of Florian Wirtz. Gravenberch picks out Salah. Still going Mo Salah, showing good pace and agility as he gets to the tail end of his career, and it's a corner for Liverpool. 22 minutes gone. The first corner of the game is swung into the air by Florian Wirtz, and the header from Cody Gakpo goes past the post. Jelinski happy to see it drift wide of his goal, and West Ham not hanging around as they try and catch Liverpool snoozing, and Fernandes here has picked out the ball. Mario, that's a lovely ball to pick out Iliman Ndiaye. Fernandes, great ball through, looking for Xerxes, but he's overhit it, and that will be a goal kick to Liverpool. End to end, but you can see West Ham's tactics here, trying to play on the counter-attack and catch Liverpool off guard. And Liverpool's league games aren't done yet. Aston Villa coming up next. Aston Villa have just confirmed as well that Emiliano Martinez will be leaving the club in a $26 million deal to join Juventus as the transfer window opens at the end of the season. So it'll be interesting to see where Aston Villa go to sign a replacement for Martinez, because he will be a big loss for the Birmingham-based team as McAllister turns and gets the ball off to Gakpo. Good control from Cody Gakpo in the rain. Very tough to hold on to the ball and judge where it's going to skip and slide to on this surface at Wembley. The ground staff doing a superb job to get the pitch in order for this game as we approach the half an hour mark, and Liverpool settling into a bit of possession. They had a bit of a frantic start, and Robertson's been caught out again, and that is the part that we said before, that it looks like West Ham are going to try and exploit, and Mario's in a really good position, and Joshua Xerxes peeled off towards the back post. It actually goes towards NDI. It's a great header at the far post. It's going to come down to Fernandes, couldn't quite get it under control, and that clearance wide has been kept in play unbelievably well from Cody Gakpo, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka's slid in, and he's left a lot of space behind him for Gakpo to run into. He's laid it off to Wirtz. Gravenberch. Back it goes to Connor Bradley, who dealt with that far post cross really well earlier on, rising above NDI to win the header. Here is Mo Salah, back to Connor Bradley, ball in, looking towards Isak. It's Mavropanos with a really good header. He's been complaining that not getting enough football this season, so it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. Obviously West Ham already one centre-back down, with Igor's loan move from Brighton being confirmed to not be made permanent at the end of the season, as Wan-Bissaka, that's a poor pass straight into the path of Andrew Robertson, and McAllister can take over. That's another really good ball to try and find Gakpo, but that is the ball skipping off the wet surface, and you can see only one shot on target in the game so far, and that was Liverpool's pretty tame effort that Zielinski dealt with from Mo Salah. As that's a good ball into the path of Potts. Potts tries to poke it through. That's going to run through to Alisson, and I think the conditions are affecting both teams here. You'd see some more crisp better football, I think, in normal conditions or sunny conditions. And yeah, West Ham yet to have a shot on goal in this game, as Jared Bowen's little flick doesn't quite come off, and Isak looks to turn, holds off Jared Bowen not once, a couple of times. Bowen eventually does win the ball back, and there's another pass over hit from West Ham. Maybe a little bit too desperate to get the ball forward quickly in this game. As Wirtz turns, Potts picks it up well. Iliman Ndiaye then finds Mario. He goes up towards Xerxes. Xerxes with a lovely ball through, looking for Diouf of all people that had run up from left back. Couldn't quite make it work, and good covering again from Connor Bradley as Cody Gakpo brings it forward on the right hand side. Back to Robertson. Just West Ham trying to up the press a little bit and be slightly more attacking, slightly more adventurous, but don't want to give too much space away behind them. As Gravenberch is on the ball to McAllister. Canate. Xerxes with a little bit of a soft press. Robertson cuts in field away from Jared Bowen. Finds Gravenberch. Connor Bradley, nearly overran it, but gets the pass off to Ryan Gravenberch. Into Robertson again. Liverpool happy with a bit of possession. Both teams looking like they're going into half-time at 0-0. It is a pretty drab first half here in the FA Cup final. Really not too much to commentate on, but chances will come. These conditions will generate chances. Zielinski with the only save of the game so far. Alisson with a good catch from across, and Connor Bradley defending the back post well. But half-time at Wembley, 0-0. So Wembley still in the rain. No sunshine at half-time, not drying the pitch out at all, and the rain continues to fall. It does look a little bit lighter here as Liverpool get the second half underway. Joshua Xerxes wins the ball back there from Mohamed Salah. As Igor looks infield, finds Potts. Wan-Bissaka looks out wide towards Jared Bowen, who had some joy against Andy Robertson, and it looks like he will again to start this second half. Bowen infield, that's a good pass to find Potts, who's found Joshua Xerxes, just delayed the pass maybe a little bit too long. Potts back out to Bowen, flicks it in. Mario, great turn. Mario, oh my word, it's not a terrible effort in the conditions on the half volley. It's the best chance of the game so far. And it's Alisson, didn't even hit the target, didn't force Alisson into a save. But it's good play there down that right-hand side again for West Ham. Andrew Robertson is not enjoying this game against Jared Bowen, as the Englishman v the Scotsman on that side, and at the moment it's the Englishman with the advantage, as Connor Bradley currently has the ball for Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk, captain of this Liverpool team in the cup final. Connor Bradley, forced back by Iliman Ndiaye. Alisson goes out to Bradley again as Xerxes looks to put on a press, and Connor Bradley with the ball into the feet of Mo Salah. Again, Iliman Ndiaye trying to put the press, but a bit too aggressive, and gave Connor Bradley a way out this time. Florian Wirtz. McAllister, Liverpool just happy with possession, looking to probe and patiently find a gap in this solid West Ham midfield and defence. West Ham have been very, very good this year defensively. No matter who's been in goal, they've generally defended quite well. It is Liverpool that have scored the most goals against them in a game with 5. But other than that, not many teams. Oh, Van Dijk, that's a terrible pass out from the back, and Ndiaye's picked it up, and he's found Mario. Jared Bowen comes forward, and there are runners in the middle. Bowen, great ball through into Mario again. Mario's there, squares it, but Van Dijk gets back in position. The confidence of Mario is down. That chance he missed earlier on against Alisson on the half volley, playing on his mind. He went for the square ball for a tap-in for Xerxes, but Van Dijk, credit to the experienced Dutch defender. Really, really good defending from the Liverpool captain. As Robertson twists and turns. Lays it into the path of Gravenberch. Flicks it out to Connor Bradley. Again, Xerxes trying to put on a bit of a press on Connor Bradley, who has done really well to keep that in play. I thought that was just going to drift out in the wet conditions. And, Igor stepped in really well, done well. Fernandes. NDI just crowded out of it by Liverpool players, and Salah did well defensively to nick that off the ex-Everton players' toes. McAllister. Van Dijk. Gravenberch. Connor Bradley as the youngster's under pressure, and he's skipped past Iliman Ndiaye there to open up some space. And Connor Bradley still going into the path of Salah. Good control from the Egyptian. Lays it in. Isak. Salah's there again. Gets around the challenge of Igor. And Diouf covers the left backs there, but Salah's won it back again. And Zielinski comes and just claims it nice and comfortably to take some pressure off his defenders as Jared Bowen picks up this ball. Up it goes into Mario. Looks for Xerxes. Xerxes flicks it over the top again into Mario. He's been forced wide. It's good defending from Konate. And West Ham, you can tell, still trying to play on that counter-attack and are slowly making more chances as the game continues and getting in behind. But Liverpool always going to be a threat with the attacking talent they have in this squad. And Gravenberch fires it out to one of those attacking talents in Mo Salah. And NDI is being asked to defend a little bit more than he would like. Connor Bradley. Gravenberch. Wirtz lays it to McAllister. West Ham trying to keep a little bit of a controlled press, and NDI has won the ball high up the pitch. Mario, really good interception from Gravenberch there. Falls to Gakpo. Isak. He's been kept relatively quiet in the first 70 minutes of this game. Alexis McAllister, the Argentine, does find Cody Gakpo, and Mavropanos with really good cover. Zielinski clears his lines, not messing around with it. Great header from Joshua Xerxes to control that one. NDI finds Fernandez, of all people, up there. I thought it was Mavropanos for a minute. I was getting worried. But it was Fernandez. Good tracking back from Mario. Diouf up towards NDI. Uses Diouf again. Diouf manages to squeeze that ball through to Fernandez. He's got Potts square and uses him. Potts just holding this one up. Not too many options as Wan-Bissaka's giving it away to Cody Gakpo. Robertson. Back to Konate, back to Robertson. Liverpool finding their groove with these passes as Gakpo comes forward. Mario actually has grown into the game a lot better. Maybe finding a bit more confidence as Igor. That's a good pass out to find NDI, but he's then given the ball away. And the rain is coming down harder here in Wembley Stadium. And everyone was praying for a bit of May sunshine in the late end of this season, but the rain comes down. Well, that's a poor header, though, from Alexis McAllister. And Fernandez picks this up and finds NDI. And NDI has got the pace here to get away, and he's laid it into Joshua Xerxes with a shot. Good save, Alisson. But the first real save of the game comes from Alisson, as there's substitutes here for West Ham. Louis Guilherme and Lucas Paqueta coming on to replace Fernandez. And I can't remember the other change I did. I'll have to look at that and see when it pops up. But Jared Bowen has moved into attacking midfield. I know that much. Oh, it was for Mario. That was it. It was for Mario because Jared Bowen's moved into attacking midfield as Cody Gakpo heads that one away. Paqueta does get there and keep it alive. Igor out towards Louis Guilherme. Straight onto the pitch. Driving effort. Big save from Alisson. Louis Guilherme's first involvement in this game is to fire a shot from range. And it's a really good effort. As what a save that is. I've turned POV camera off because I absolutely hate it. So God knows why it's still doing it for the goalkeeper. But it was a really good save. And NDI is on this corner now. He's going to swing this one into a dangerous area. Really good header from Konate. Luis Guilherme with a lovely touch there to keep it away as Paqueta tries to curl one. Oh my word, it was so close. It's hit the back stanchion and Arne Slot can just look on as his team are coming under pressure for the first time in this game. 7 minutes to go, and Liverpool have Alisson to thank for what is so far the biggest save of the game from Joshua Xerxes' attempt, and the spattering of corners there just led to more and more pressure. And are we going to see Liverpool crack, or is that going to just force this juggernaut of a team to turn up and play a little bit more as Mo Salah tries to run away from Diouf? Good turn to hold on to the ball. Just waiting for his teammates to offer some support as Van Dijk's there, nearly left his teammate short, but does manage to weigh that one through as the slide tackle from NDI just takes out Jared Bowen. Absolutely, completely, not Bowen, sorry, because Bowen's on the ball now. But it took someone on his own team out, and that would have got a lot of cheers and jeers from the Liverpool supporting fans. What a pass that is from Zielinski, by the way. Absolutely unreal pass from the young goalkeeper. Luis Guilherme, showing his fresh legs, wins the ball back. Wan-Bissaka. Paqueta picks out Potts, and he's got an option here, and he's gone for Louis Guilherme. Little step over. Louis Guilherme just trying to wait and create some space as Jared Bowen's there, lays it out towards NDI, who does win it, and West Ham keep this pressure on. Potts, Guilherme into Xerxes, just so congested in there at the moment. Potts, Louis Guilherme again, just trying to add a bit of width into this attack, but Robertson reads his move and snuffs out the danger as Wirtz fires it up to Isak, and it's full time, 0-0. We are going to extra time. You'd argue West Ham ended that half as the better team. It's not been a thriller in the FA Cup final, but we still got another, is it half an hour to play? 15 minutes in each half. So extra time getting underway. West Ham United with another 2 substitutions as Todibo comes on to replace Igor at the back, and youngster Scarles comes on to replace Diouf at left back. Both of those tactically done there. Cultured left foot, willing for fresh legs to come on, as here is Potts up from central midfield, finds Louis Guilherme, who had a pretty much instant impact as he came off the bench, and Potts is there into Xerxes. Xerxes, left-footed, tries to get one shot off, but doesn't trouble Alisson at all. And that is a goal kick to Liverpool, as Alisson here just builds it out from the back with Van Dijk. Up to Konate, and you've got to say that Alisson has made the best save of the game, and Andrew Robertson has had a really poor game for Liverpool today. And tried to cut that one back to Jared Bowen, but Alexis McAllister reads it. Szoboszlai has come on. I'm not too sure who for, but Liverpool have made a change. I didn't get notified of that, but they have made a change. I think it's Szoboszlai on for Cody Gakpo on the left wing is what I think has happened, as Florian Wirtz holds on to the ball. Gravenberch, in it goes. Great steal from Xerxes there to win that one. As it's a really good little move this, as Xerxes fires it out towards Louis Guilherme. Louis Guilherme cuts in field. Jared Bowen's there. Konate. What a challenge from Ibrahim Konate to win that one, as McAllister plays it up towards Szoboszlai. And that's a strange change from Arne Slot, because Cody Gakpo had been one of Liverpool's best players in that first 90 minutes. Great hold-up play from NDI there to get Scarles forward. He is going to be just crowded out into Paqueta. Potts. Xerxes. Into Jared Bowen again. It's just so crowded in there, and as soon as it gets to a central area in front of the back four, but as part of the back four, Van Dijk and Konate are snuffing everybody out. But that's a really good pass from Louis Guilherme, and he gets the ball through into Xerxes. Potts, Paqueta again. It's just so congested and narrow. Wan-Bissaka offers an option. Doesn't want to push too far up, knowing the pace that Liverpool have on the counter-attack if they so need it, as Alisson clears that one away up towards Isak, who beats Mavropanos in the air. And here come Liverpool. Szoboszlai on that left-hand side. A bit of a wild and reckless attempt of a challenge there from Jared Bowen, but it didn't touch the man or the ball. So everyone can play on and forget about it. There's Wirtz, lovely little bit of ball juggling. We're getting to the end of the first half of extra time, as Salah has dropped so deep to try and get involved in the play, and that's a great ball up to Isak, but it's not going to matter because it is still 0-0 in the FA Cup final. So both teams making substitutions then. Liverpool have brought on Marquinhos has come on. I knew it was someone towards the midfield, but yeah, they've brought Marquinhos on in the sort of defensive midfield role instead of Gravenberch, I think it is. It might be, no, it's Alexis McAllister that's gone off, and Hackney has come on for Potts in central midfield for us, and we've brought on Gomez at left wing to replace NDI, as Gravenberch under pressure there from Paqueta. Van Dijk. Up it goes Konate into Marquinhos. So Liverpool not really making any attacking changes in this game, as Conor Bradley drives forward through the rain and tries to put that one through. It's covered well by Todibo. Zielinski. Wan-Bissaka. Up the line into Louis Guilherme. Up to Xerxes. Louis Guilherme continues his run, and Xerxes weighted that pass really well. Louis Guilherme tries to poke it through, but Marquinhos, the experienced Brazilian, is there to intercept it, and Wirtz comes forward with the ball. Out it goes to Szoboszlai, who lets it run across his body, and then it can play this one up to Robertson. Up against Wan-Bissaka. Robertson has beaten that one, but the youngster Zielinski with a really good, confident catch from that cross in these poor conditions. As Gomez turns well. Paqueta. Up to Xerxes. On to Bowen. Bowen tries to feed it through. Xerxes is going to get on the loose ball. Xerxes there with the turn. Gomez feeds in. Scarles, the youngster, crosses it in towards Xerxes with a header. It's going to fall to Bowen. Bowen twisting and turning, trying to create space. It's a really good challenge from, I think it was Marquinhos on the edge of the box, just to diffuse the trouble. And that was a good opportunity. Xerxes with a really good leap, but very well defended by Konate. I think the ball hit both of their heads and then bounced clear, fell to Bowen. Couldn't quite get the ball out of his feet, but then it was taken off him as he went to shoot by Marquinhos, and Salah's got round the youngster Scarles. This is the first time we've really seen Salah running with the ball. Scarles did get back at him. The young legs of Scarles have pace in them, which massively helped there against Salah, as Wirtz stands on the ball, just teases Todibo into an attempted tackle. Gravenberch. I still feel it's been Liverpool's first half of the original 90 minutes, and then West Ham have had the better of the game since then. Cross comes in, another easy catch for Zielinski. And the referee's given a free kick here with 121 minutes gone. He's given a free kick to Liverpool as we enter the final minute of this game, and they've taken it all the way back to Virgil van Dijk, and it's going to be penalties in the FA Cup final. Now West Ham have history here. They beat Spurs to get to the final 5-4. Zielinski coming up trumps with a massive save in that one, and West Ham must be feeling somewhat confident, having come through a penalty shootout to get this far already. Here we go then, penalty shootout in the FA Cup final. Mo Salah steps up first for Liverpool and just puts it down the middle of the goal. Zielinski dives to his right and can't keep it out. First up for West Ham, Joshua Zirkzee. Zirkzee, high down the middle. Lovely penalty as Alisson dives the wrong way. Alexander Isak from the spot. Oh, he's missed it. He's hit the frame of the goal, and Alexander Isak misses. Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen takes it, fires it into the top left corner from his view. It's 2-1 advantage West Ham. Sozoblai, the Hungarian, up against the Polish Zielinski. What a penalty that is into the top corner. No keeper saving that one. Lucas Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta's over it. Fires it high into the corner. Alisson can't reach that one. It's still advantage West Ham. Florian Wirtz, the big money signing for Liverpool. Zielinski with a massive save. It's a massive save. And Gomes, the left midfielder, signed on a loan deal, made permanent this season, gets the final penalty of the shootout, the deciding penalty. And the game has frozen, so I want to pause it before it takes that for me automatically. But it is not letting me take this. It's not letting me do anything. Why is it not letting me do anything? Are we all just going to stand here? It's not loading anything. It's not doing anything. Let's just see if we can maybe come in and out. It's sort of just stuck on this thing where it feels like both of the players are loading in. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. It's the deciding penalty. And the game has frozen at this spot. I'm going to try and potentially... Oh, we're in. We're in. This is the penalty. Gomes, after a big pause, he wins it for West Ham. The FA Cup is coming to the London Stadium. Oh, the pressure was mounting on Gomes, and he has made it. Alisson didn't even thought it was going to go down the middle. Gomes put it top right. West Ham United win the FA Cup on penalties, beating Liverpool. What a season this has been. The winning penalty is struck just to Alisson's left. He sees it go in, knows he can do nothing about it, and Gomes with the winning penalty. The youngster, he's missed some gilt-edged chances this season, but when the pressure was on, he scores the decisive penalty. And it was Alexander Isak that missed the penalty that has cost Liverpool the FA Cup. That is a superb win for West Ham. They were pretty much stronger throughout most of the game. Liverpool dominating the first half of the first 90 minutes. But since then, it was probably West Ham that did the best moves. Zirkzee forced a really good save from Alisson. Jared Bowen had a chance here and there. Luis Guillem did well coming on. And West Ham have won the FA Cup to secure their place in the Europa League next season. That is going to boost the money we can spend. It's going to boost our reputation. It's going to boost the players that want to move to us. And we are going to win the Emirates FA Cup as Jared Bowen, club captain, can lift silverware for West Ham. And here we go. The players are ready. Zielinski was superb in the game as well in the run-up to this. Another huge penalty save in the penalty shootout as Isak missed. Can't remember, don't care whose penalty he saved, but he definitely saved another one as well. And West Ham win the FA Cup final. Get in there. What a win for West Ham. Jared Bowen's loving it. The team are going to milk this. The last two games of the season are pretty much a write-off because the best we could have qualified for is the Europa Conference League. But that doesn't matter. We win the FA Cup and qualify for the Europa League. It's silverware at West Ham. It's going to be added to the Europa Conference League they won previously. But we got a chance to go one trophy better in Europe next season. We're in the Europa League. Bring it on. And the players are continuing to celebrate champions of the FA Cup. What a team they've put together. We rotated. We kept some of that rotated team in. And that was amazing. You can see the players. I love the fact you see the players celebrating in the background. But if we look at performances, in terms of sort of man of the match, I guess is what we want to look at, which I think is that one, yeah. Zielinski gets man of the match. The youngster. A 7.3. Aaron Wan-Bissaka with a 7.2. Potts in midfield with a 7 as well. Luis Guillem came off the bench and did very well. But yeah, we did really well. Connor Bradley got actual man of the match with a 7.7. He was decent. Robertson got a 7.4. I don't quite agree with that. He was pretty dreadful. But yeah, very, very happy with that. We win the FA Cup. Let's just see if we can... I just want to go down to the shots that we had. And just see if we can get... Was it Paqueta's one? That was a really good effort. Let's look at that one in a little bit more detail as the broadcast cam. It was just such a good hit. Let's go. Is it Orbit I think I want? When you can see, and it comes out to the edge area. Luis Guillem hits a really good little bit of control. Lays it off to Lucas Paqueta. And then on this left foot, if we can just go behind him here, it'd be quite a good thumbnail probably. But I don't do my thumbnails from in-game. Just catches it. Not enough curve. It was actually quite far wide in the end. But yeah, not a bad effort at all. We had Alisson's save. Is this the one from Louis Guillem? It is. This was a really good hit and a really good save, to be honest. So I think we can look at hypermotion here, so you get the slowdown. And it's a really, really good left-hand save. You can do the POV, but I don't want to do the POV. I hate POV. So yeah, but you can get different angles of it from hypermotion. Massive save. Really good save from Alisson Becker. But we are the FA Cup winners. Oh, lovely. And there you have it. Champion West Ham United. 4-2 on penalties. That is mega. I've had a quick drink just to freshen up my throat after all that commentary. But that was just amazing. I thought for a minute with what happened with Gomez's penalties that we were going to have to restart. But that was just amazing. That was amazing. Don't care about the job market. I've just won the bloody FA Cup, which gives us another $2 million, which is nice. And the Villarreal person has withdrawn their offer because I didn't respond to it, even though it said it was with the assistant manager. So a little bit of a bug there in the game as well. But we don't have any more offers on players. Received offers, yeah, Carl Walker-Peters, but it then got rejected because nothing happened with it. But yeah, there we go. FA Cup winners. We have the last two games of the season coming up in the next episode, but we are already qualified for the the Europa League, not even the Conference League, the Europa League, which is absolutely superb. What a win. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.